Good morning. Welcome to day 13 of Read Indie RPGs. The astute amongst you will have noticed that I took another day off because I just needed it. We're going to do day 13 and day 14 today. Day 13, however, is a wonderful game by Ben Roswell called You Will Die Alone Out Here in the Black. This is your remembrance. Perhaps you were drawn to space by the promise of its wonder, by an obsessive call, by economic necessity, by a desire to know true solitude. Whatever it was, it doesn't matter why you came out here, to the space station, to this planet. Not anymore. Suffice to say only that you did. You will die out here in the black. There was one little accident, one betrayal of trust, one storm came at you just the wrong time, and now this is a certainty. You will die 1,000 million miles from home, cut off from the rest of humanity. The only question is when. In the meantime, all you can do is stretch your life out a little longer, complete the research you were sent here to do, and write your story, hoping, desperately, one day you will be remembered. So You Will Die Alone Out Here in the Black is a solo journaling game, which is obviously fantastic for our current situation. And it is remarkably cathartic to play, also given our current situation. So I highly recommend it. It is a very smart game, and it is definitely a game that helps you deal with a lot of feelings around inevitability and sort of how we're going to be remembered. But you you do have to accept that you are not going to survive your character is not going to survive the end of this game. You are by the end of this game, you will become the plot device for a Star Trek episode where they show up and everyone is dead, and someone says, "Hey, check to see if that guy left any notes." Besides being able to play the game, you are giving yourself a wonderful plot device for your next sci-fi game. Something you can actually leave behind for the player characters to find. So it's sort of 2-in-1 that way. This is a fantastic game, by Ben Roswell. Highly recommend. I'll have a link to their itch page, but you can check out some of their other games. Behemoth and Killer. So You Might Someday Know the Truth. Mr. Hawk, which is a horror story for Tony Hawk. There you go. That's day 13. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. If you would like to see more of these videos beyond the 30 days, I've sort of set myself a private goal. If I get enough subscribers and enough sort of thumbs up and stuff like that over the course of all the videos, I will continue doing these. Not every day, probably like 1 or 2 a week. I'm enjoying these. I'm enjoying exploring indie games. Let's see if we can keep that going. Anyway, have a great day. Be good to each other. Be kind to yourself. And we will see you on day 14.